In this lesson, we are going to learn how to find the surface area of a triangular prism. So if you take a look at the picture up here, we have a picture of a triangular prism. And when we talk about finding surface area, it's the area on the outside of the figure. So basically, we need to find the area of every single side on the figure and add them all together. Well, in a triangular prism, there are two triangles, two triangular bases, and there are three rectangles. So there is a total of 5 sides. So I'm going to make 5 spaces up here that we're going to fill in to find the total surface area. So let's start with the triangular bases. The formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. And in this triangle right here, the base is 9, so it's 1/2 times 9 times the height is right here, and that's 11. And the reason 11 is the height is because it makes a right angle with the base. So we have to do 1/2 times 9 times 11, and you have 49.5, and that would be inches squared. So that's the area of this figure on the front, 49.5. Okay, well, there are 2 triangles in the picture, and in a triangular prism, the bases are exactly the same. So the area of the back triangle is also going to be 49.5. So now we're going to move on to the rectangles, and first of all, I'm going to highlight this rectangle in the back. I'll go ahead and shade it a little bit. So the formula for area of a rectangle is base times height. So that rectangle on the back, this bottom dimension is parallel to the 30 here, so it's 30 times the height would be right here, which is this dimension because that's going down this side too, which is 11.9. So we have 30 times 11.9, which is 357. So that's the area of the triangle on the back. So now I'm going to highlight the triangle on the bottom. Excuse me, the rectangle on the bottom. And again, the area is base times height. And all the rectangles are different, so you have to do each one of them separately. So on the bottom, the base is 9, and the height is 30. 9 times 30 is 270. This is 270 inches squared. And then I'm going to highlight this rectangle down the front side here. And again, it's base times height. The base is 30. And the height is this slanted side here, which is 11.9. So 30 times 11.9, which is 357. So these two in this triangular prism did actually turn out to be the same. Okay, so then to finish this up, we need to add all the sides together. So 49.5 plus 49.5. Those are the the triangles, plus 357 plus 270 plus 357. And that gives you a total of 1,083, and this is going to be inches squared. So the surface area of that triangular prism is 1,083 inches squared. All right, let's take a look at another example. So again, this is a triangular prism. So it has 5 different sides. So I'm going to make a space to add 5 different areas together to find the surface area. And in a triangular prism, there are 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. So we need to find the area of each of those. Starting with the triangular base, the area is 1/2 base times height. And in this picture, the base is 5 and the height is 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, and half of 10 is 5. So the area of this base is 5 meters squared. And since it's a prism, the area of the other base is going to be the exact same. So our first two spaces are 5 meters squared. So now we need to know the three rectangles, and the formula for area of a rectangle is base times height. I'm going to highlight the rectangle on the back here, and the base of that rectangle is right here, which is parallel to this 3. So that's 3 times the height is 2, gives you 6. So our first base for rectangles is going to be 6. The rectangle on the bottom, the base is 5, and the height is 3. Oops, I'm sorry, 3. So that is 15. So our second space is 15. And then finally, this rectangle that kind of slants down the front here, the base is 3, and the height is, and I made my picture too messy. I think that says 5.4. So we're going to do 3 times 5.4, which gives us 16.2. So then to finish this, we're just going to add the 5 sides up. So 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 15 plus 16.2. And when you do that, you end up with 47.2, and this is going to be meters squared for the surface area. So again, it's a triangular prism, and there are 5 sides. So I'm going to make 5 blanks that we're going to add together. And in a triangular prism, there are 2 triangles and 3 rectangles. All right, so the triangle on the front is area equals 1/2 base times height. 1/2, the base is 3, and the height has to be perpendicular to that, and that's 1.5. So we have 1/2 times 3 times 1.5 gives you 2.25. So that's the area of the front triangle. And in a triangular prism, the back triangle is the exact same. So I'm going to add that again for the back. So now we have to find the area of the 3 rectangles, and that formula is base times height. So if I start with the rectangle on the bottom of this picture, the base is 3, because that goes all the way across here, and the height is 1.75. So we have 3 times 1.75, which is 5.25. Okay, so then we have the area of this rectangle on the side here, and the base is parallel to this, so that's 1.75 times the height is right here, which is 2.1. And that gives you 3.675. Okay, and then finally, this rectangle going down this side, the base is 1.75 times the height is this diagonal, which is going to be the same as this diagonal. So we have 1.75 times 2.1, which again is 3.675. So then the final thing we have to do is add those all together. So 2.25 plus 2.25 plus 5.25 plus 3.675 plus 3.675. And when you do that, you get 17.1, and this is going to be meters squared. So those are some examples of how to find surface area of a triangular prism.